Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Morning Scarborough, Tobago. I'm Julien Skeete, and we're just at about 7:37 a.m. this morning, and we're heading on into this interview with Kyle Andrews, events coordinator for the men's ministry out at the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
All right. So we want you to just angle a little bit more to your left side. Next direction. Next direction. Excellent.
Right, good. I'm using a tablet. It's a little funny. Yeah.
Right. So you see that side you just lean to, that's where we have you precise. Good. Excellent there. All right. So how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
All right. So before we even dive into the event, I want you to tell us a little bit. This morning, you are representing the men's ministry that's executing this activity. Tell us a little bit about that, particularly heading into, the celebration of International Men's Day that takes place on Sunday. The work of the men's ministry in the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay, no problem. So for the last 2 years, I've been the men's ministry leader for the Roxbury Seventh-day Adventist Church. And basically, it's about promoting, well, not really promoting, but, being there for the men's spiritual health and well-being. And it's, so we tend to do activities that foster spiritual growth and, encourage men to grow in spiritually, and also about the well-being of men. So last year, which is I conceptualized the idea of for International Men's Day, which has been is 17th of November. Yeah, I'm getting a feedback. I'm not too sure if that's coming from me. Right. So as we know, Sunday, 17th of November is International Men's Day. And on International Men's Day, I consider the idea of doing something to celebrate men. So as you know, men are always on the back burner, and most of us don't even know of International Men's Day or do anything to celebrate and appreciate men, or even consider men's wellness in terms of their well-being and their social standing, the spiritual wellness, their health, and things like that. So as a result of that, I'm into running. I like running. I like keeping fit. I like maintaining a sort of wellness with myself. And I wanted to extend that through the church and through the community. So I conceptualized the idea of our International Men's Day celebration, which involved a 7K and a 5K run, together with a men's wellness celebration. So I'll pause right now for questions, and I'll get into more details of the event after.
All right. So for those who are interested, what do they need to know to be able to take a part in it?
All right, no problem. So you can contact me at 683-4353. You can also register online because there's actually a link. To get the link, you'll have to probably WhatsApp me, and I'll WhatsApp you the link. That's probably the best way to get it. Online, it's going to be a little bit long, and I didn't have a chance to get it placed on the Tobago Mission SDA site. So you can WhatsApp me at 683-4353. I can WhatsApp you the link that will, as a race roster link. Now, race roster help you to manage race, and it will have all the details regarding the information, and you can use the link to register, but that will require a credit card. Now, for those who have issues with regards to probably using a credit card to register online, you can still talk to me. I can do the registration for you, and maybe you decide to pay on the day, or I could reach you where you are and you actually do the payment. But given the time and the intensity, I could probably do the registration, and you just collect your package on the day and do the payment. There's a fee of $50 for the 5K and $70 for the for the 7K.
All right. So we just had on screen there the flyer, and I want you to remind our viewers, those who probably logged on a bit late, of the details now in relation. It's the 5K and 7K. Where is it happening? When is it going to be taking place? The time, etc.
Right, no problem. So it's taking place at the State Grace Stadium, or what you call the Roxborough Complex. The time for registration will be, the race kicks off at 4 p.m. However, we expect you to be there at least before 3 if you have to collect your race package and do your registration for the actual event itself. So it's, again, I repeat, it'll be on Sunday at least 3 p.m. Race time is actually 4, but you need to be there assembly at least 3 p.m. to get a race. In addition to that, there will be a lot of wellness promotion. So there are going to be some tents with different persons doing a little promotion with health, with food, with well-being and stuff. We expect to see persons like I have a list of persons who will be there. Like, for example, just give me one moment. I have to pull this up. Let's talk about something else in the meantime. So,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, so we see there on the flyer, there's a scripture from Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Can you tell me the inspiration behind choosing this as a theme for your 7K walk?
So it's not necessarily my team. It's just something that we use in the men's ministry circle, where we actually we want to build each other. So we just take it from the scripture and I just put it to the work. And so that's actually where the inspiration comes from. It's not necessarily my inspiration, but it's just a saying that takes place in the men's ministry circle, where we decide to try to, as I said, iron sharpened iron. So we try to uplift each other. That's where the inspiration came from.
I know that this walk is taking place in Roxborough, and that's connected in terms of the Roxborough Church. But I want to ask: is this open to Tobago fan-wise? Is it open to females as well to come out and support men? Tell us a little bit about your target and your reach.
Right, so it's open to everyone. A lot of ladies sometimes ask me if ladies could come and walk too, and yes, there are quite a number of ladies who are already registered for the event. So yes, it's a celebration of men's wellness. However, anyone could actually come, young, old, man, woman could come and do the walk, and be sensitive to the issues that well, if you want to speak about the 6 pillars in terms of promoting International Men's Day, which is promoting positive male role, looking at the celebration of the positive contribution of men to the society, or even focusing on men's health and men's wellness, or even to highlight discrimination, or to improve gender relations, or to even create a safer place, a safer world for everyone. So it will allow persons to have that awareness by just being there, visiting the different booths, having the run, and just sensitize everyone. So it is not necessary for any specific, like just say Adventist or male only. It's for male, it's for female. For all the clubs, some schools have been invited to come to the activity. So we just want to come that day, have a celebration, and let's do a thing. Promote meal at least for once. So much time we're actually at the back burner, and we don't. They're not quite consideration to take to actually the meal issues that we are confronted with on a daily basis.
Yes, and I'm hoping that we definitely will see our men going out there, and the support even coming from our females, because you're making such a valid point. Very often it's so easy that we hear only about the challenges as it relates to men and so on, and young men. And here it is, there's a positive activity seeking to engage. So we're really looking forward. What has the support been like over the years, even in terms of young men like yourself in the mix coming out? Because sometimes they say those who are more senior are already seasoned, but yourself and younger in terms of supporting this kind of initiative and really coming out to be a part. How has that response been, at least in the last year or so?
So this is literally the first time I'm actually doing this event. I conceptualized it last year and I decided to put it to play this year.
Okay.
So it's the first time. So far we have quite a few people registering, more on the late half. That was kind of unfortunate because some of the preparations I would have liked to put in place to cater for more persons. It's going to be more scale back. because I mean you needed to see you know, a momentum before you decide to exhaust the resources. However, it's going to be quite, it's still quite fulfilling, and everyone, well, everyone should still have a great time at the event. Yeah.
All right. And you know, as we're getting ready to wrap, you know, just so that people know how they can get connected, you know, what are the fees that are in place to be a part of this event?
Okay, repeat that question. What are the handles?
Cost. What's the cost of participating?
Of course, yes, I mentioned the course already. So the course of participation event is 50 and 60. $50 is for the 5K and $60 is for the 7K. Again, you can contact me at 683-4353 or Brother Earl. He's the, well, together with the Men's Ministry leader also, 620-5816. And you can just contact us and, you know, we can forward the link to you or you can send registration information and we'll be able to register you for the event that you do.
All right, so
Yes.
this is happening up there on Sunday. Certainly an excellent initiative, the events coordinator, Kyle Andrews. Any additional information you'd like to share with us and to share with the public, of viewers and listeners, before we close this morning?
Well, not really. I just want to thank you guys for inviting me to the program. I look forward and seeing everybody. Well, I know it's raining. I'm really hoping that the weather holds up on Sunday. And come, let's celebrate men wellness. It's about time that men start to speak up a little with regards to some of the social ills and activities that affects them, and really that we get that kind of traction going forward as we celebrate men wellness together.
So I just want to make sure very quickly, if you can't run, you can walk, right? In support.
You could creep as long as you start and you finish. It doesn't
Right.
matter. It's not so much like a competitive thing. It's more a fun related activity that promotes it well, that get everybody together. And you know, men are more, we want to do something a little physical or get ourselves active in terms of the way we will celebrate may be different for women. They might prefer to go to a restaurant and sit down and have a dining or whatever. But we want to come have that physical activity and actually do the promotion, get yourself probably checked out in the wellness in terms of your mindset, mental health, and things like that. So that's what it's going to be.
So we're certainly calling out all the support out there on Sunday. You know, I hear men and I hear the work, and I thinking immediately calling out ACP Collis Hazel in the mix up there, Pastor Richard Frederick, Senator Lawrence Hislop. We want to see Chief Secretary Farley Chavez Augustine. We want to see Assemblyman Watson Duke. We want to see all on this walk, lending support in terms of, really showing that our men folk are indeed doing good things, and we continue to make a difference, in this space most certainly. And it's not limited to just Roxborough. Feel free to head on up. This takes place on Sunday, and all I encourage to come out is the 5K and the 7K run. And if you can't run, you can walk. If you can't walk, well, you can creep. But certainly, we're gonna be up there, and looking forward to the activities. Thank you so much for bringing the information to each and everyone here viewing and listening this morning. And we wish the event every success.
I want to thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, great. I mean, and that's something certainly, I mean, we don't give much recognition to men at all. And I'm loving the fact that we're having these days and we're able to have these activities where we can give men support. We
Yes.
can't forget our men at all in our society.
Correct, and it's so easy to be taken for granted. And I really want to say kudos going out there in terms of actually having these initiatives centered, and I trust that there would be other NGOs and so on. Take this as your heads up, ladies, take this as your heads up out there. The International Men's Day Sunday. We can do something a little extra special for the men. Very often we take that for granted. We go all out for Children's Day, for when we're celebrating our ladies and our women and all those special occasions. This weekend is our time. You see, I've extended it now, Kandace, to the weekend.
You said on this weekend.
This weekend is our time as we celebrate International Men's Day. So we look forward to those celebrations. Don't hesitate. And it's the simple things, you know. It doesn't have to be, too out of the way. If whatever you can afford in your household, in your space, in your circumstance, do a little something to appreciate our men folk out there as we continue to make that contribution. The pressure and the challenge is just as heavy on us, but just as that as men in the household, we may not always come down and give in to that pressure because we take on that responsibility. But let's continue to encourage, even where the man seems to have it all together in the household, let's still give that kind of recognition. Children out there, recognize your fathers. It's part of the Men's Day celebration. Let's really celebrate our men here as we continue to look forward to that exceptional contribution of our men continuing to develop Tobago.
And of course, we also want to see that our men develop good relationships amongst each other so that they can depend on each other. And, it's okay to be able to be vulnerable with each other and receive that support from each other so that we could just be a better society as a whole.
I see one of our viewers saying, yes, Julian, we heard you. Thank you so much. Selma Lashley out there, thank you so much. We really want to get that message out there far and wide. We'll appreciate it. We'll appreciate it most certainly. All right, viewers, we want to thank you so much, each and every one of you, continuing to choose the Tobago Updates morning show. And as we head on out to a break, we want to remind you that this is your opportunity to share the life, share the life, share the life.